Are you wondering when home prices will drop in the Dallas-Fort Worth market? And do you think you've missed your opportunity to buy a home in Dallas? Are the media headlines right about the housing slump in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? We're going to give you the lowdown on the Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market, so stay tuned.
If you remember at the beginning of 2023, so many media outlets were predicting that home prices would be dropping significantly this year and we would possibly see a crash. And even today, you can do a quick search on YouTube and find some of the biggest YouTubers are still talking about a housing crash at any moment. The sky is falling and fear-mongering attracts lots of likes and subscribers. You need to hear from someone that knows your specific market and actually understands what's going on in the market, not just dovetailing off the latest media headlines.
In this video, we're going to be talking about what actually happened in the real estate market this year and when home prices will drop in the Dallas-Fort Worth market and where the opportunities are for home buyers right now. The media said the Dallas real estate market would crash back in 2020 when COVID hit. And, well, it did the exact opposite. Then again this year, the experts were predicting home prices would drop about 5, 10, or even 20% this year with a possible crash. And here we are in the fourth quarter of 2023 with no huge price drops and no crash.
So what's going on? Well, in the spring of 2022, to try and stop the runaway home prices and inflation, the powers that be began to raise the interest rates, which did slow down the housing market from about July until December, when we saw a slight decrease in interest rates and quite a few homebuyers jumped back in the market. But because media headlines kept reporting that we were going to see home prices fall with a possible crash, lots of potential home buyers decided to just hold off. And even though the number of home sales has decreased, what we've actually seen is that home prices in most areas around Dallas have increased along with interest rates. What we're seeing right now is the market correcting, going back to a more normal appreciation rate, as well as the seasonality of the market. According to the experts at Keeping Current Matters, price appreciation typically starts to ease up this time of year, and as that happens, there is some risk that the media will confuse slowing price growth or deceleration of appreciation with home prices falling or depreciation. Don't be fooled. Slower price growth is still growth. Let's take a look at a graph showing the 49-year average monthly price movement. Home prices typically go up most in the spring when more people are buying and then slow down as the year goes on. As you can see, this is a regular pattern. And here's the same average price movement compared to what's happened so far this year. Now, this is nationwide, not just the DFW area. Except for January, price growth is getting closer to what's typical for the market. Home prices are going back to normal seasonal trends, and that's a good thing.
Let's take a quick look at home prices in the DFW market. Here's a graph showing Denton, Dallas, Collin, and Tarrant counties. Looking at the median sales price change from this time last year, you can see both Denton and Dallas counties are up, while Tarrant and Collin counties are down slightly. But remember, last time this year, prices were at a runaway pace until interest rates started creeping up. So let's look at the prices compared to the same time period in 2021. Prices are up. Going back to that slight decrease in Collin County at 2.9%, let's put some actual numbers to that so you can see the cost. That 2.9% equates to about $14,500. We plugged in the median sales price of September of 2022 and September of 2023, along with interest rates for those times. You can see that difference in the monthly payments was about $35. We're showing you this to make a point that you really need to take a look at all the factors instead of just going by the sound bites from the media about home prices and interest rates. So why are home prices increasing right now? Well, one reason home prices are going back up is because there's still not enough homes for sale for all the people who want to buy. Even those higher mortgage rates causing buyer demand to go down, they also cause the supply of homes for sale to go down. That's because of what we call the mortgage rate lock effect. All of those homeowners who have a lower interest rate don't want to lose their current rate to take on a higher one for their next home. But since there's still more people who want to buy a home than there are homes for sale or available to buy, prices continue to rise. As Freddie Mac stated, while rising interest rates have reduced affordability and therefore demand, they have also reduced the supply through the mortgage rate lock effect. Overall, it appears the reduction in supply has outweighed the decrease in demand. Thus, house prices have started to increase.
This graph shows the latest 2023 year-end forecast nationally from 6 different organizations. As you can see, all but one project prices will net positive this year. That's significant because it shows the majority are optimistic about home price growth. If you honed in on that one red bar that shows an overall price drop for the year, think about this. The projection from the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, is for only a slight decline. It's not the big crash all the headlines called for. One of the 6 forecasts represented in the graph is the Home Price Expectation Survey, or HPES, from Pulsenomics. It combines survey results from over 100 economists, investment strategists, and housing market analysts. The HPES found that the average from all 100 of those experts is 3.3% price growth for the year. The blue average for all the forecasts in the graph is also 3.3%. So while individual forecasts might vary, both the HPES survey and the average of these forecasts show the same projection. Okay, so we hear some people wondering, why are they seeing some home price reductions around the Dallas-Fort Worth area? Well, here's the deal. Many homeowners haven't quite understood the market correction that has happened over the last year, and they're still wanting to price their home at 2022 prices just to see what they can get. I don't blame them. But unfortunately, when the market rejects their price, they have to drop it. That doesn't necessarily mean that home prices are dropping. It just means that some sellers may not be realistic in their pricing.
So when do we expect home prices will drop in the Dallas area? We're just not seeing it anytime in the near future. We still have over 400 people moving into the Dallas-Fort Worth area every day. And a lot of companies are continuing to call the Dallas area home. With the economy being more stable here, with lots of plans for growth, there will continue to be a need for more housing. Based on all the data, the best time to buy a house is the same time when you plant a tree, yesterday. We don't know when or if the interest rates will drop, but the trajectory for home prices will continue increasing even if it is at a slower pace. This graph is showing the estimated home price performance is from the HPES. Nationwide, they're predicting home price appreciation over the next several years. And the DFW area is expected to outperform these numbers.
So if you're someone who can take advantage of this market and wants to jump in and let their home continue to appreciate in value, let's talk about where the opportunities are. New construction might be your best option right now. Most solid builders in the area are not slowing down in building new homes. As a matter of fact, we just talked with a sales rep recently for one of the biggest builders in DFW, and she said that their land developers are having a hard time keeping up. They're selling houses faster than they can get the land developed. They are adjusting their pricing in some areas as the market is correcting, but mostly they're offering more incentives to make those monthly payments a little lower and to keep meeting the demands of home buyers. Several builders are offering either a lower interest rate or money to buy down the interest rate or towards closing costs. Now, if you'd like to know more about this, be sure to sign up for our DFW Home Builder updates below. This can be a great option for those that either have equity in their current home they can use for a larger down payment to lower their monthly mortgage payment. And for those first-time home buyers, there are some great builder deals in areas on the outskirts of the DFW Metroplex. It might be a little bit of a drive, but at least you can start building equity.
Our mission is to help people have the right information and guidance so that way they can make smart decisions and have peace of mind when selling or buying real estate. So if you'd like to know the cost of buying now versus later, reach out. We have a really cool calculator that can help you actually see the cost so that way you can make the best decision for you and your family.